Kind of a raw day out here. Oh, but it was worth it to come out. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's purple. Awesome piece of manganese glass. I'm really not sure what this is. Made in West Germany. Huh. That's cool. Check this out. That's crazy. Each year it gets bigger and bigger. Last week there was a larger tree up there now, and I think it's buried somewhere in there. There's another one right over here. A couple up more actually. I'm gonna take a little walk. A lot of stuff to look at. This is fun, I think. Wait, get up here a bit. I missed this piece walking down this way, and I got this on my way back. That is nice. This just keeps getting better. Nice. Hobnail milk glass. Cool. There's a lot of different things out here today that I've never found before. Pieces of the dump. Came down to near Two Rivers to Two Creeks County Park. And look at this erosion. It goes for miles. There's the old nuclear power plant up there at that point. But this is crazy. Imagine the size of the waves that, you know, contributed to this. Massive. The rocks here are pretty wild. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I think I found a Yooperlite. Oh, I'm gonna have to check this one out. Hang on. This is a killer Lake Superior agate. I can't believe it. Oh my. Oh, I can't wait to get home now. This is the view from up top of the hill. That is up there. Hey everybody. So I'm back home trying to do a little recap here of the things I found today. Starting out in Kewaunee, Wisconsin, and then I ended up in Two Creeks. Two Creeks County Park, it's called, and that's very close to the city of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. So I went from Kewaunee to Manitowoc County. It's a distance of about 10 miles, And ultimately, in total, I ended up hiking about 6 miles, a little over actually, mostly on the shoreline. And then I did some exploring of the woods and cliffs. Well, I tried to on the cliffs. And that was I don't know, epic fail. I made it about 50 feet up this cliffside to go. I saw some really, I'm serious. I thought they were whole bottles, and I think they still are. They gotta be. But I made it about 50 feet up, and I pretty much slid all the way down on my stomach and my hands outstretched in front of me, and I got, my skin is trashed. I have some serious bruises on my knees from hitting trees or tree limbs on the way down. It was bad. So anyway, yeah, I'm still alive, obviously. So, okay, let's get going here. Awesome piece of manganese glass. Hang on. I had to lick it. Sometimes that's what you gotta do, especially out at the beach. Anyway, this is purple, 1915 and earlier for the manufacturing date of this type of old glass. Couldn't believe it. I don't know. I think this is some kind of weird plexiglass. It doesn't float in water. I thought it was like true glass at first, but now I'm starting to think not. It's super light and weird. Oh, this is the things I could do with this and make with it. So many ideas. It's gonna take me a while though. This is probably the biggest piece of beach glass in the aqua glass form that I've ever found. Fan-frickin-tastic. My one and only cobalt piece kind of looks like an arrowhead. I like that. Make something cool out of that as well. I think this is one of those old lids that was from like a mason type jar. You know, they used to be made of milk glass. Obviously, this is a small remnant of it. This is ceramic. I don't know, from a little, maybe a vase of some sort. It's very light and thin, kind of cheap to be honest. No markings on the bottom, no. I don't know. Cool. The big daddy milk glass piece, probably from a vase. That was the first time I've ever found one of this size. Piece of china from a dish. I don't know what the maker is. I'll have to look it up. And then, all right, I got to keep this rolling. I'm going to show you guys this first, and then I'm going to show you the second piece that I found that I think they're related. Hausmann. Gesicht. I took German in high school. I took 4 years of German. I do know West Germany, it was a federal republic, I believe, from 1949 to 1990 when the Berlin Wall fell. West Germany, they were, you know, kind of the good guys, I guess, if you want to call them that, as far as when that whole time era went down. Eastern Germany was under pretty much communist rule, so that's why the country became a divided state in a way. So I tried looking this up and, you know, Googling it and all that. When I typed in the name Hausmann, it just came up with like old vases and things like that. Nothing remotely similar to this, which is, I'm 99% sure it's porcelain. So about 10 yards up the shore or so, a little while later, I found this. Like, what the heck? Okay. I think this is all copper. The nuts, the bolts, this piece here. Hang on a sec. I don't know if that's helping. You can see it. And I gotta set it down here. This is pretty cool. It's like a swivel lock or a switch or something. Anyway, I think this is like from a light switch, you know, because the porcelain was the insulator, and I do believe these two are related. I think this piece was made in West Germany, which is crazy. I haven't even thought or heard of the word West Germany in years. I think I was in 6th grade when the Berlin Wall fell. That was such a big deal. So, yeah, weirdness. I do think there's some embossing on some of this copper pieces, but I'm too tired to get into that. So, as far as the beer tonight, my blue smoothies. A friend of mine called them that one time, and it's kind of stuck with me ever since. And then, for fun, I'm using this glass that I got at a thrift store in Green Bay not long ago. I think I paid like 49 cents for this. Endangered species, 1978, year I was born, collector's series, the orangutan. Like, no, it's an orangutan. Doggone it. From Burger Chef. And that, I think, was a fast food restaurant, because like kind of like Burger King, because every time we didn't eat fast food a lot when I was growing up, but my mom would be like, well, let's go to Burger Chef, and my brother and I would look at her like, what do you mean? Oh, I mean Burger King, she'd say. So that's the only reason I know this stuck out to me when I saw it. I'm like, Burger Chef? My mom used to say that. And then she'd get all like, I mean Burger King. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same kind of deal. You know, like McDonald's. So, all right, I'll be back here. Starting with the rock finds that I made today, which are awesome. And it's been so long since I've been like super excited about my rock finds. This is something I call a mudstone, because the layers have built up and up over time. You know, it's like it comes to an apex or a point like that. But this one stuck out to me, and I tapped it with my boot when I saw it, because I was like, ooh, it's gonna break in half. And it didn't. So then I picked it up, and it's like, this is the one that just didn't want to go. There's literally, that's a pretty good crack in this thing, probably from the frost, you know, or just being stuck in ice for God knows how long, over and over again for years. It just isn't ready. Just that little bit. This is awesome. I'm going to keep it. I love these mudstones because they come in different color varieties. I have some that are red and white and blue. Some are yellow, and I think I actually have a couple like purple ones, purplish. Anyway, Cladipora. That's the biggest one I've ever found. This is dry right now. I'm gonna get it wet. Very cool. One of the oldest species of algae. Actually, I think it is the oldest ever discovered, or that's known on this planet called Earth. And here's another. This one's gonna polish up really nice. This one's gonna take a lot of work, but I'm gonna do both of them. I found one last week as well. It was ridiculously small compared to these two, but they're worth it to me. Very cool rack. Fossil, I should say. This is what I would say is a chain coral, Haley-Cites. Others might disagree. It kind of looks like pipe organ coral. Nice. It's like a paperweight size. You make a cool paperweight, you know? It looks really nice. Dry it off. Just sitting on a table, no matter what. I'm going to kind of quickly show some other finds of mine. Oh, I'll just pull the whole bucket up here. Why not? Okay. This lure, somebody else found this, I'm certain, because it was hanging off the edge of this giant stump that was sticking up out of the sand in the beach, and it wasn't there last week. So I think it was one of the property owners, who I think I know who he is, that lives nearby, and he just kind of leaves stuff literally hanging out for people here and there. You know, you want it, take it, get it off my beach kind of thing. I appreciate that. If it's who I think it is, he has a great sense of humor, and, you know, life is short. Let's have fun, right? Yeah, it's like missing hooks on a couple sides there. Whatever. Oh, speaking of the insulator part of the porcelain, all right, it's a little bit of half a one from an electric fence. So these were called insulators, obviously, and that's why I think these two were as well. It's all related, man. All right. Some weird metal that I'm gonna use with my wind chime projects that I do. And I have a lot of friends and family and people I know that like them. I don't sell them though. There's a rivet. I'll show this here quick. That is awesome. It's, I believe, Favicides coral. I'm gonna hand polish this. It's way too cool to go in the tumbler, the rock tumbler that I have. The backside is nothing fancy whatsoever. I don't care about that. I care about this part right here. It's like, it's totally faded out. You don't get that kind of, this is rare to find on a beach. I mean, sometimes if you tumble these things, they'll turn out like this. Not too often. And I would almost, I want to call this a Charlevoix stone type of Favicides, but hey, last week I found a pudding stone from the state of Michigan, which is super rare over here. So, you know, there's my big Charlevoix that I did find over there in Michigan. I don't know. They look pretty similar. And, well, actually, I think it is upside down. It tapers out. The Charlevoix, it starts like with a true hexagon, and then it, so maybe that's a first too. We shall see. All right, I'm about ready to go to bed, but I have to show you guys this. I picked this rock up only because it stood out to me because of the red jasper in it and just the overall pattern and the look of the rock on the beach. And I did find this in Kiwani, way up at the end of the beach where not too many people really venture to go, I want to say. So I came home and I always kind of check over my glass and the rocks that I think are Yooperlites with my UV flashlight while they're still in water. Even I don't even really inspect them that much. I just kind of wave the flashlight over it. Anyway, I was shocked. That's incredible. This is one of the best glowing Yooperlites that I have ever found. And it doesn't even look like one to me. I am floored. Okay, typically these are the ones that I find. And there's some fluorescence in it. You can see a little bit there, but not like that. And the matrix of the rock, I don't even know. You know, you can see the difference here. It's huge. I've always been looking for ones like this. I have a couple more in here. They're tiny. Those two right there. But this is a whole different beast. So it's so much fun to me. I feel that, you know, when you make a discovery like this, at least maybe other people know about this, and I didn't until today. This is like a whole new fun game for me. A hunting game, you know, out there. So, okay, very last thing. I'm not gonna be able to show it up well here at all. You know me. Awesome Lake Superior agate that I found at Two Creeks County Park. And one of my subscribers has asked me a couple times, have you been to Two Creeks? And I have before in the past, but it's been a while. But it was when the lake water, the levels were so high that it was really difficult to access any part of the shoreline. And today it was like, oh my, I had miles I could have walked, but it was pretty rough weather. Yeah, I got out there at like 4:30 in the afternoon and it was just drizzle, rain, and cold, and you know, starting to get late and the lighting wasn't very good, but this is cool. Very cool. I will be going back frequently. So anyway, hope you guys kind of enjoyed this. I really enjoyed my day today. You know, I didn't really come home with what I was really looking for, which was a whole bottle. And hang on. This is just trashed up here. I'm just not gonna shut the video off because it's silly. That's my prize. That is like the most purple piece of manganese glass I've ever found in my entire life. Bottle top. I grabbed this before I went downhill 50 feet in a crazy spectacle of I don't even know what. I'm so glad nobody was there to see this happen to me. But anyway, I made it down and this thing was in my hand still, and that's the first thing I was like, oh yes, I got it. And I didn't even get cut. Awesome topper there, cork top. I think it's blown in a mold. Craziness. So, all right. Have a great weekend, you guys. I'll see you back soon. Good night.